Hi guys, I miss you all so much. I hope you're having a great first day or second day, depending on when you're watching this. I know this isn't quite the same as having read aloud together, but I hope to still post one a day and still be able to enjoy some books together. So if you miss one, that's okay. I'm gonna pick a different picture book or short story every day so that you don't have to stress about seeing them in order or anything like that. So the first one is a book that I have read about 100 times today because it's Ryder's favorite book. So he chose this book for you. This actually was given to me last year by one of my students because for our 5th grade play, we had a little portion about Humpty Dumpty. So this book is called After the Fall. It's really cute and it's really funny. But since you're a little bit older than Ryder, I know you can have a little deeper thinking happening while I read. So my big question for you is, what do you think is going to happen at the end? And what is the theme of the book? There's a pretty great moral here. Okay, here we go. After the Fall. My name is Humpty Dumpty. This was my favorite spot high up on the wall. I know it's an odd place for an egg to be, but I loved being close to the birds. I'm trying to get the picture in. Okay. Then one day I fell. I'm famous for that part. Folks called it the Great Fall, which sounds a little grand. It was just an accident, but it changed my life. Fortunately, all the king's men managed to put me back together again. Well, most of me. There were some parts that couldn't be healed with bandages and glue. After that day, I became afraid of heights. I was so scared that it kept me from enjoying some of my favorite things. I walked past the wall every day and I would think about climbing that ladder again. I really missed the birds and being high above the city, but I could never do it because I knew that accidents could happen. Do you already have an idea what the theme is going to be? I eventually settled for watching the birds from the ground. It wasn't the same, but it was better than nothing. Then one day, an idea flew by. A little paper airplane, if you can't see it. Making planes was harder than I thought. It was easy to get cuts and scratches. But day after day, I kept trying and trying until I got it just right. My plane was perfect and it flew like nothing could stop it. I hadn't felt that happy in a long time. It wasn't the same as being up in the sky with the birds, but it was close enough. Unfortunately, accidents happen. They always do. I almost walked away again, but then I thought about all the time I'd spent working on my plane and all the other things I would miss. So I decided I was going to climb that wall. But the higher I got, the more nervous I felt. I didn't want to admit it, but I was terrified. I didn't look up. I didn't look down. I just kept climbing one step at a time until I was no longer afraid. Maybe now you won't think of me as just that egg who was famous for falling. Hopefully you'll remember me as the egg who got back up. And learned how to fly. The end. I hope you enjoyed it. You'll have to think about what you think the theme is. You can put a comment, kind of give your thoughts. See if you had the prediction that he was going to turn into a bird at the end. I definitely didn't expect that the first time I read it. But there's a great lesson in there. I won't say what I think yet. You can leave me a comment if you want to start a little book discussion. And then I'll read another one tomorrow. Good night.